I wanted to say a few words about why we're here, and then invite other people to say a few words as well. And you can of course, keep eating while we do this. It's just a thrill to be here to honor Danny. What an amazing occasion. 50 years, not an occasion that many of us are likely to repeat, for anyone. I should just say that when I sent the email out saying how many people might be interested in coming, I'm used to sending emails out to people and then having to browbeat them to respond. Actually, literally within half an hour, I had 20 responses. So now I actually know that you all do check your there was so much enthusiasm, and people said things basically like, "I love Danny. I would come 1,000 miles to go to this event." And so it's an incredible pleasure to be here. I was going to make a very long speech, which would involve kind of talking a little bit about the very senior faculty that I've known in my many years in academia, and some of the extremely toxic senior faculty and the horror stories involving them. So that you would know that when I say I feel so blessed to have a senior colleague like Danny Gerzog, that you would know that I really mean it. But I decided to leave all that aside and just say a few words about Danny, whom I don't really know very well, but and I tried to think of a way of saying this that sounded less new agey, but I couldn't say it any other way, which is I don't know Danny very well, but I I feel that I am in his aura when he's around, and I feel like this department is illuminated by Danny's aura, and that's an incredibly important thing. It's something that I could feel, the moment that I came into this department, and I feel very honored to be a part of a department that has Danny as its senior member. There isn't that much that we can do to honor Danny financially, but there is one thing that the department can do, and I'm very happy to say that I received from the Committee on Appointments, Reappointments, and Tenure a unanimous recommendation that Danny be promoted to full professor. Something that is long overdue. I was thrilled by that, and I will be recommending to Tony that Danny be promoted. I have reason to believe that she will favorably use the recommendation, and we're fairly confident that the provost will welcome that recommendation as well. So we're really happy to do this. I do, because I am an administrator, I also have to say that I don't want everybody to think that just because they're here for 50 years. I mean, this is honoring Danny and his incredible contribution to Pratt, but it doesn't apply to anyone else. I do want to, open the floor to anyone. There are a bunch of people who said they wanted to say something, so I'll just kind of call on any of you who want to say a few words or raise a glass to Dan. Steve, you want to?
I got to read it, sort of, because I think all the translates completely relatively succinct. Otherwise, I'll just sort of blather. No. Oh, not that crazy. When I first started teaching a long time ago, I was teaching in 2-year business school, and I found myself watching one guy there who was 25 years my senior, and he had been teaching already for 30 years. His name was Lou. And Lou embodied everything that a teacher really needed to do at that school. Committed, honest, conservative, what I think like he was solid. He was solid. He was the spine of that faculty, and I emulated him. 8 years later, I started teaching at Pratt. That's 26 years ago. And from the first department meeting I attended, I noticed Danny. Danny would sit at the meetings and just listen for an hour or so to everybody energetically getting off their chests all the disconnected things that they get off their chests. And then Danny would sort of make a comment. And he would always put his finger right on the issue that was actually important. The thing that the students really needed or that the faculty really needed to address. But it was sort of an awful cuff kind of an observation that we made. Just say it. Danny knows his stuff, but he never clobbers you with what he knows. He's sort of sly. He slips it to you casually. You talk to Danny and you walk away feeling the benefit of wisdom. And I've always found that. When I first got here, I watched Danny. Because Danny seemed his values, his priorities, in his unassuming way to be the soul part. And I still think to me, Danny has always been a full professor.
Now, first I'll do one little sort of piece of messenger business. Our provost, Peter Barna, was very sorry that he was unable to be here tonight. He wanted to be, but he had something that was non-negotiable. So he wrote to you, Danny, and asked me to pass it on. So that's for you. And then I just want to say 2 words myself. And I guess it starts for me with when I was a new dean. Danny was one of the people who would periodically show up in my office. And sometimes it was to, in a very, very diplomatic, civil, wonderful way, set me straight on something, which is very, very valuable. And sometimes it was just because he had read something or come across something or was teaching something, a poem that he thought I would like, and he was always writing about that too. So the being set straight was important to me in doing my job at the, and the occasional poem or have you read this was also important in reminding me why I was doing my job, which was very, very wonderful for me. Danny, all of us owe you immense thanks and immense gratitude, and look forward to the next 50 years of your extraordinary contribution. Thank you.
Could I just say a few words? First, I was just computing with his 50 years and my 17 years, almost 17 at Pratt. I've been here about 34% of 50 years, which is amazing. I've known Danny since I've been here, and a lot of good descriptors have been mentioned about Danny, but I've had my own perception of Danny as a very solid person, a person that has a tremendous stability, a person that you can count on, a person that when Danny says something, you take what he says and you think about it seriously. And as you just said, Tony, he doesn't go on and babble. I found this very valuable. Also, the commitment that he's made to Pratt has been just enormous. And one of the things that's very valuable in faculty is to have a continuity of faculty and good faculty, and faculty who are prepared, faculty who are involved, faculty that you can rely on, and so forth. And I think that's very important. I was very fascinated about the full professorial thing. And I just want to say that as part of this process, it lands on my desk. And I must say that I'm excited about its landing on my desk. So I'll just leave it at that. But again, it's terrific that our faculty has come together to celebrate the life and service, the commitment of Danny at Pratt. And I've never said this to Danny, but there's a person that I think of every time I see you. That isn't to say you think like this person or exactly like this person, but I think of Larry King. I guess it must be with suspenders. And somehow I think that Danny should be at the microphone and on TV every time I see him, because I always think of Larry King. I don't know if Danny likes my saying that, but that's what I have. And again, it's great to be here, to join you all, and I've just had great fun at this table. We've been talking about academics, and courses, and students, and Beowulf, and so forth. So thank you.